Over the past few days, the political world has been moving fast, and once again, one name keeps dominating the headlines: Donald Trump. While supporters say he's being targeted non-stop, critics argue the latest developments raise serious questions about what could be coming next for the former president. This is part 2 of our breakdown, covering everything that's happened since the last update and why it's creating so much controversy online. First, the political tension around Trump has only intensified as new commentary, legal chatter, and media analysis continue flooding the news cycle. Some analysts say the biggest issue isn't just the individual stories themselves, but the pattern that keeps forming around Trump's public battles with investigators, political rivals, and even members of his own party. Every time a new headline drops, the conversation explodes across social media, cable news, and YouTube channels trying to keep up with the pace of the drama. Over the past several days, commentators have been dissecting Trump's responses to criticism and the way his messaging continues to shape the national conversation. Some say his strategy is simple: dominate the narrative no matter what the story is. Others argue the constant controversies are starting to pile up in a way that could eventually cause serious political damage. In recent interviews and statements, Trump has continued pushing back hard against critics, claiming the media and political establishment are working overtime to take him down. But critics point out that the more these confrontations happen, the more attention they draw to the controversy surrounding him. That cycle, accusation, denial, outrage, and viral reaction, has become almost predictable in modern political media. But what's different this week is how many separate stories seem to be colliding at once. Political analysts say when multiple narratives start overlapping like this, it can amplify public perception, whether the claims are serious or not. And that's exactly what we've been seeing play out over the past several days. Major political commentators have been debating whether Trump's aggressive approach to critics is helping him politically or making things worse. Some argue it energizes his base and keeps him at the center of attention. Others say it risks exhausting voters who are tired of non-stop political chaos. One thing that's clear is that Trump continues to dominate the online political space. A quick look at trending topics on platforms like YouTube, X, and political podcasts shows that nearly every major conversation eventually circles back to him. Even when the topic starts somewhere else, Trump somehow becomes part of the debate. And that level of attention is exactly why every new development gets so much scrutiny over the last few days. But the biggest question people are asking right now is simple: where does all this lead next? Political observers say the next phase could be critical. If the controversies keep stacking up, Trump could face growing pressure from multiple directions at once: legal, political, and public opinion. At the same time, history has shown that political pressure doesn't always weaken Trump. In fact, many times it seems to strengthen his support among loyal followers who see him as constantly under attack. That dynamic is one of the reasons analysts say Trump remains one of the most unpredictable figures in modern American politics. Some politicians fade when controversies hit. Trump often seems to get louder. So, as the past few days have shown, the political storm around Trump is far from slowing down. If anything, it's accelerating, and if the headlines continue piling up the way they have this week, the next round of developments could be even more explosive. Whether you support him or criticize him, one thing is impossible to ignore. Donald Trump still knows how to dominate the political spotlight, and judging by the reactions we've seen over the past few days, that spotlight isn't going away anytime soon. So the real question now is what happens next. Because if the past few days are any indication, the story surrounding Trump is only getting bigger.